should take comfort from the fact that they couldn't beat us politically, so they had to resort to the strong-arm tactics. And when you think about the demographics that I was talking about outside, everybody, well, the majority of people under 55 voted yes, and the majority of people, particularly those over 70, voted no. And you think about that, you see, it is quite easy to scare old people. It's not a difficult thing to do. It's a cheap, nasty thing to do.
Yeah.
But it's pretty easy. And where do people of that age group get their information? From the press. The BBC. I'll tell you something, there are some fine BBC reporters incidentally. Ryan Taylor, for example. David Dibble is a class act, absolute class act. The boy Black, who revealed the memo on air about these are fine people. But I'll tell you this about the BBC, there's a huge difference between being a public sector broadcaster and a state broadcaster, which is what the BBC is.
Here, here.
Generation who voted by majority yes, not just incidentally because they were always voting yes. These are people by and large who moved towards yes over these last few months. They get their information by and large from local radio, who are outstanding during this campaign in terms of giving a balanced opportunity to both sides. From the social media, which was dominated by the yes campaign. I was asked at a meeting in Kilmarnock, a lad asked him and said, you know, how can we possibly withstand this daily barrage from the Daily Express and the Daily Mail and the Daily Press and the Daily Snail? How can we possibly withstand that? But I just said, I'll say it again today, how many people here are on social media? How many people are online? Well, there's your answer. The truth is out there. We just have to go and find it. And as the people of a younger age than myself, slightly younger age, were able to find that information, then they voted accordingly. So the days where you can rely on the BBC, whose damage has been, whose reputation has been irreparably damaged in my view, when you can rely on the newspapers to tell us what to do, these days are coming to an end. And the writing is on the wall for that sort of campaign. So we should take heart, enormous heart, from what actually happened in this ballot. From the 1.6 million people who put their trust in a better future for Scotland. And now we see how quickly politics turns. This is, well, I brought this along incidentally because fair's fair. There was one single newspaper in Scotland came out for yes. One single newspaper, the Sunday Herald newspaper, came out for yes. And I hope and believe that most, if not all people in this room and your friends are rewarding that paper and buying it and giving it the support. The real guardians of progress are not the politicians at Westminster or even at Holyrood, but the energised activism of tens of thousands of people who I predict will refuse meekly to go back into the political shadows.
Yeah.
I don't know where that came from on Friday, but I managed to say it. I think Moira probably wrote it for me. Anyway, that's exactly what I think. I think something has changed, and Scotland has changed utterly with it. Now, as I mentioned outside, 10,000 people have joined the SNP since Thursday. I know that a substantial number have joined the Greens as well. And if folk in here haven't joined the SNP, or the Greens, or Business for Scotland, or Women for Independence, or Radical Independence Group, or whatever is your favour, then do it now. Keep active, become involved, do it now.